sorry. Mongoose. Look here. I know it begins with an M. Go ahead, put the music on, baby. I got you. That's all I got. Yeah, all right. All right, Georgetown. Get your hands ready. Come on, Georgetown. Make some noise. And give it up for a young lady right here. Making you laugh tonight. Adrian Thompson. Give it up for Miss Dee Dee Rainbow in the house. She's funny and pretty. When she walked in, I saw her. I was like, God damn, I didn't get the memo. We were supposed to look hot tonight. It's all right. Man, thank you for coming out tonight. This is a beautiful club. This is my first time being here. Actually, my first time being in Georgetown, Kentucky. Yeah. I'm from Jeffersonville, Indiana, which is right outside Louisville, Kentucky. I'm gonna just be straight up honest with y'all. On my way down here, I was scared as shit, okay? Man, once you get on 64, there ain't nothing, right? And then you get off in Georgetown, and there ain't nothing, right? And I'm getting nervous. I know I'm going to a black-owned club, so I'm getting real nervous. You know what I mean, ladies, right? You don't know what the fuck's gonna go down. And then there was a big old light coming up off this hill. And I saw what all of us white people see that makes us calm down. I saw a Cracker Barrel. I said, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, God is good, ain't he? God is good. Said I get me some Uncle Herschel's gravy and some, ooh, I'll be good. And sitting behind it was a Chick-fil-A. Get the hell out of here. Oh, guys, we're having fun tonight. Real quick, I'm going to just get this out of the way so nobody has to ask me after the show and it won't be all awkward, okay? No, I have not had any work done, okay? All this you see right here is 100% natural except for my eyelashes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. These two stomachs, see them right there? I grew them bitches all by myself. Yes, I did. Ladies, not only did I grow them, I've maintained them. Isn't that the goal? You maintain the weight, right? Kudos to me. and I'll be honest with you, I find it offensive when a skinny person says something stupid like, ooh, I feel fat. I'm like, ooh, yeah. If you've never called Taco Bell to see if they have those Cenobites in stock before you drive your fat ass up there, you don't feel fat, okay? If you've never gotten into a verbal altercation in the McDonald's drive-thru over the sauce nugget count, big girls, people that are high, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like this. When you go to McDonald's and you order a 20-piece nugget, yes, I said 20-piece, honey. I'm maintaining this weight, okay? When you order a 20-piece nugget, McDonald's is going to give you 4 sauces, okay? Now, 4 sauces for a big gal like me likes to go dip, dip. You know what that's gonna do? That's gonna get 16 nuggets wet. Yeah, I got 4 dry nuggets I gotta choke down. The struggle's real, Montel, whatever your name is. I know what it's like. I've been there. That's not his name, and I feel so bad because he's who's paying me. I gotta hurry up and remember this dude's name so I get paid after this. Fuck me. All right. Now, I don't mind being this size. You know why? Because I'm married. What do I gotta lose weight for, right? Shit. Not only is dick guaranteed in my world, it's contractual on Tuesdays, okay? And God bless. Do we got any single ladies out here? Where's my single ladies at? Oh, let's call the prayer warriors for them. God bless your little hearts. I know what you bitches go through to get some penis in your world. I went there. I did the spanks, man. I did the wax and all that shit. You know what I gotta do to get some dick in my world? I just gotta brush them chicken nugget crumbs off my titties. I'm fucking with y'all. No, I don't even have to do that. It's contractual at this point. Yeah, I don't have to do that. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I am married. I live in Jeffersonville, Indiana with my husband and my 2 children. And the subdivision that I live in, it has lakes in it. And the people that live around the lakes, they have these like little boats, kind of like little paddle boats. They ride around the lakes, right? And when we first moved in, me and my husband, we'd go walking around the neighborhood, and I noticed lakes, when we would get close, like they would go inside, right? And they would look at us through their windows. And I'm like, what the hell is going on, right? And then it dawned on me, duh, my husband's black, you know? Now, and he's not like light-skinned black, you know, like the good guy in the Tyler Perry movies. He's like black, like Somalian pirate black. And that's when the light bulb went off. I said, Adrian, they think he's going to steal the boat, right? We've all seen the movie. And I felt bad, you know, my husband would be comfortable in this neighborhood. We signed a 30-year mortgage. We better be comfortable, right? And so finally, I went up to one of the neighbors. I said, look here, Steve. I know you're thinking that my husband's going to steal your boat because he looks like a Somalian pirate. But guess what, Steve? He can't even swim, Steve. Calm down, Steve. Steve calmed down, and now we're all friends, okay? And now my husband has become that one black friend that everybody on the lake has, you know? When there's debates, I've got a one black friend, you know? And he's a good guy. It's crazy. It's crazy being in an interracial relationship because I just go shoot you straight, guys. I've lived in this privileged bubble for quite a long time. Like, and I'm not, it's awful when you come outside the bubble and you see what society's really like, right? You know, and I'm not being mean, I just was never exposed to a lot of stuff. Like, one time me and my husband, we decided to go to this winery, right? Down in Nashville. I'm excited about it. He's just like, okay, whatever. If you'll stop talking, I'll go to this stupid winery, right? And we pull up to this winery, guys. It's got these big old stone columns and this big old wrought iron sign above it. You know what the sign says? Elmwood Plantation. Yeah. I saw it, he saw it. I tried to speed up so he wouldn't see it. And he looks at me, he's like, did that fucking say plantation? I said, I think it said plantains. I think it's a plantain farm we're at, right? And so then to add insult to injury, as we get up there and we get out, it just so happens my husband's dressed like all the staff. And it was not good. You know, we're trying to walk around and have a good time. People are stopping him, like, can we get a drink at table 6? Where's the restrooms? A manager came up and tried to give him shit for being on break and fraternizing with the guests, you know, the guests there. And finally at that point I had enough. My Karen kicked in. I said, oh no, look here, Jacob. He don't even work here. Okay? The only reason he's here is because I told him if I got some wine, he could hit me from behind. Okay, so calm the hell down, Jacob. That's what I told him. My husband's a saint. He really is. Dealing with me, man, I am crazy. I'm crazier than a rat on meth, okay? I really am, and I accept that about myself. Like, true story. About 2 weeks ago, it's about 11 o'clock at night. He's been working all day, been dealing with the kids. I'm laying in bed. I get it in my head, I need Taco Bell, right? God bless Mr. Thompson. He's gonna go out at 11 o'clock at night and get me some, Taco Bell. He's like, what do you want? I'm like, you probably won't remember, so I'm gonna text it to you, right? So I text him. 2 minutes later, his phone goes off. I immediately am like, who the hell's texting you at 11 o'clock at night? Who's that bitch? He's like, it's you with the Taco Bell order. I'm like, right, I guess. But he's just great, he really is. He puts up with me. Here's 3 things that are awesome about him. I mean, in addition to putting up with me, he's baptized. I didn't have to initiate that, amen. He dresses good. And he eats pussy like it ain't nobody's business. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, ladies, when his face come up and it's all wet like he been frying chicken in a room with no windows. Make you sound like Rick Ross in the middle of it, like, oh, yeah. And see, when you got a good man, you got to do things for that man, to keep him around. Because there's a lot of these single hoes out here, with their Spanx and their waxing and all that, right? And one time I decided I was going to do something good for my man. I got it in my head that I was going to bleach my private areas. Now, side note, I smoke a lot of weed. And I think that's why I thought that would be a good idea. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it was not a good idea, okay? Let me tell you, I'm here in my bathroom. I am spread eagle. I'm painting bleach in there. I'm putting foil in it. I have no idea why. I seen them do it at the salon. They put the foil in the hair, right? Seemed legit. Now the box said it should process for 20 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, I could only handle 15, okay, because it was on fire. Woo-wee. I washed that out, and the end result, it looked like Kenny Rogers was crowning. Yes, it did. Woo-wee. Do you know what that's like, ladies and gentlemen? Like, me and my husband, we could not go out to a nice romantic dinner like the rest of y'all at the Golden Corral. You know, because God forbid the gambler come across the music. There's my husband right there in front of the chocolate fountain. He hears that. He's thinking about that. He starts getting aroused. He's like, and then here comes Craig, the assistant manager, and all of a sudden Craig's like, oh my God, we got a code 3, which a code 3 at a Golden Corral is a heart attack. Y'all knew that, I know, but maybe they didn't. That's why I told them. But anyway, Craig's like, we got a code 3, and then I got to be like, no, Craig, it ain't a code 3. He's just busting a nut. Give him about 2 to 3 seconds. It'll be over, Craig. And then all of a sudden Craig's like, oh, no, that's unsanitary. And then I'm like, oh, no, Craig. I just seen a kid stick marshmallows on all his fingers and stick them bitches in the fountain. That's unsanitary, Craig. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, I'm gonna get some napkins, we're gonna wipe him up, everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna get my chicken fingers, okay? Craig, and we need rolls at our table. Thank you. Craig. So my husband and I, we've been married 10 years now. 10 years. Can I get a round of applause for that? Amen. These badass knees been riding the same dick for 10 years. Amen. I mean, woo, carrying all this weight and that, I'm doing good, okay? And see, after 10 years of marriage, you know, things kind of get kind of stale, you know? And this past September, I thought we would spice things up. We would go on a little romantic getaway. First mistake, I booked the romantic getaway on Groupon, okay? So, really, lesson learned, you should not try to get a discount on a romantic getaway, okay? It's not a good idea. So we booked this hotel up in Chicago. We pull up, and it's called the Champagne Lodge. It's real sexy sounding, right? You know? We get in the room. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have never, ever performed in a pornographic film, okay? I don't care what y'all think, maybe where you've seen me before, but it was not me, okay? But I can tell you this, I've seen enough adult films to know there was several shot in that room, okay? It was wall to ceiling to wall mirrors, okay? Now, I have also never seen myself have sexual relations, okay? And I don't ever want to see that shit again. It was awful. I was lightweight mad at my husband that he's been having sex with something like this. You know, like, what is wrong with you? God, don't you have standards? It looked like a walrus and like one of them beluga whales just wrestling for existence, you know? I have never wanted to be blindfolded during sex, but that day I was like, everywhere I look, God damn, what is wrong with me? Ooh, it was awful. It was awful. And oh my God, the next morning, we got the free continental breakfast. We all knew what everybody in that hotel was doing. And then to go and face those people the next morning, like I'm trying to get orange juice next to the guy that I know got tied up last night and burnt. And I'm like, this is awkward as hell. But we did it anyways, I'm telling you what. You'll do crazy things, you know, when you marry and you have kids and you go have sex without locking the door. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'll do whatever, it's crazy. But, I digress. So, my husband and I, him being black, me being white, it can cause some issues, you know, when we're trying to assimilate families together, especially around the holidays, you know, and I'm just a nervous wreck all the time. I get nervous when I get in situations I'm not comfortable. And I remember my husband and I, when we first started dating, it was around Easter, and he invited me to his church for Easter, okay? Now, believe it or not, I had never been to a black church. I know you're all shocked, like, what? The big girl with the asymmetrical haircut has never been to a black church? What? No, I'm here to tell you, I had not. So I was not prepared for what was about to go down, right? So like, I go into church, we got there about 10 o'clock, right? I just had a cup of coffee. I figured we'd be out by 11:30, 12, right? A cup of coffee hold me over. Woo-wee. It hit 1 o'clock. I'm over here having like some diabetic sweats. You know, like I could have packed some Cheerios, goddammit. And here's the thing, the church, I would say, it was maybe like from that wall to the edge of the stage, about this big. That's how big that church was. It was a little bitty church, right? When we walk in, they're going, we sit in the back. I am the only white person there, And the preacher has the audacity to stop whatever he's doing and say, "Oh, congregation, we have a visitor." And I look around, who the hell could it be? And then he has the audacity to even take it a step further. He's like, "Well, the visitor stand up and wave." And I stand up, and of course everybody turns around and looks. I'm feeling awkward as hell. I'm like 4 shades of red. And then I hear this little kid in the background go, "Mom, is she gonna call 911? And I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna call 911, I swear." And so then I thought, okay, that's it. I've done my duty, I'm gonna sit back down and I'm gonna just keep to myself. Oh my God. This preacher, he comes down the aisle, and he's getting closer and closer, and I hadn't ate, and so I'm sweating, right? And he comes right up to me, and he said, "Sister," he said, "God is good, ain't he?" And I said, "Yes, he is." He said, "Sister, won't he do it?" And I was like, "I don't know, what do you want him to do?" Like I had not been prepped for those questions, right? Awkward. So after church, we leave, we go over to his mother's house. And again, like I told y'all, he eats pussy really good, so I really wanted to keep him in my life, so I'm trying to make sure I make a good impression in front of his mom, right? And, Grandma Claw Claw, she is from Queens, New York, so she's from up north, very aggressive. She's like 6'5", about 300 pounds, man. This woman will whoop somebody's ass. She's like Debo with a wig, right? So, I mean, and I love her, but man, I was intimidated. And so I'm just trying to, fit in, and then it's time to go. And the first thing popped in my head was like, I gotta be cool, I gotta sound cool. Now here's one thing y'all need to know about Grandma Claw Claw. Grandma Claw Claw uses the word bitch as like a term of endearment, okay? She'd be like, "Becky, bitch, did you get your hair done? Because it looks good." Like, it's a nice thing, right? So I'm trying to be cool, and I'm like, getting up, I'm like, "Hey, Grandma Claw Claw, bye, biatch." Like, I said it cool too, like, not bitch. I was like, biatch. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Becky, Beth, and Angela, Tangela, whatever your name is, I'm gonna tell you something. Don't you ever call a black woman bitch, biatch, butches, nothing. Don't even say a goddamn word, just smile. She jumped up, madder than a hornet. I was scared to death. I felt like Danny Glover in The Color Purple. You know what I'm talking about? She got up my face and said, "Till you get right by me, everything you say is gonna crumble." I did what I could only do. I called 911 immediately. I was like, "Oh, this lady's getting crazy over here." It's crazy. We made it up out of there, though. We did it. It's good times. So I also have children, in addition to having a husband. We got any moms and dads out here? Yeah. Way to settle having kids. I'm like, yeah. Especially this time of the year. Like, won everything, and you don't make no goddamn money, and you're like, I don't think we're gonna get that. Okay. And my kids, I love them. I have an 8-year-old and I have a 16-year-old. A 16-year-old really doesn't have anything to do with me because she's 16, and I'm 40, and we just not cool anymore. But the 8-year-old, he's cool as hell. I will tell y'all this though, he does have ADHD. He does. And when he first got diagnosed, it was scary. I didn't know, what do we do? Do we do counseling? Do we do medication? We decided to do medication. Best decision ever. Do you know how much shit you get done on Adderall? It is amazing. I build Legos for hours with that son of a bitch, man. I'm like, yes. My 8-year-old, he's great. Christmas right around the corner. He still believes in Santa for some stupid reason. I'm about ready to bust that bubble because I'm tired of fucking dealing with it, right? But he gave me his list from Santa. And this dude is, I guess it's the ADHD, I don't know, but he had some crazy stuff. Like, he wanted an iPhone, an iPad, an Xbox, PlayStation 3. I mean, I'm like, what, you think I'm stripping out here? What you ain't getting that? But, I didn't want to burst the bubble, so I'm like, oh, that's sweet, honey. I was like, well, you know what I want Santa to bring me? He was like, what, Mom? I said, I would like a Porsche, maybe a Dries Alba for a couple couple days, you know, when your daddy goes out of town. I wouldn't mind being a size 6 either. And my little man, he looked up at me with them big old brown eyes and he said, Mama, Santa ain't real, is he? I'm like, no, he ain't. No, he ain't. But I'll get you a Game Boy. How about that? And an Etch-a-Sketch. It'll be all right. Kids. And I'll be honest with you. I mean, I joke about my kids, but I'm a good mom. I really am. I'm a really good mom. But let me tell y'all something. When I'm high, I am a freaking great mom. I highly recommend parents out there, smoke some weed, hang out with your kids. It is amazing. You understand what they're talking about, you know? One time I got real high with my 8-year-old. Let me rephrase that. I got high and hung out with my 8-year-old. I don't need y'all calling CPS on me, right? I got high and I'm hanging out with him, man. We built this amazing blanket fort in his room. It was dope, right? And we're sitting there and we're talking about stuff. He started talking about WWE wrestling. Now, I did not know this until that moment. John Cena's pretty cool. I fucks with Cena. I found that out, yeah. Can't see me. That's what I found out. And just as I thought this high was coming down, I'll be damned if my cat did not just walk right up in there in that tent and look me dead in the eyes and like, look here, girl, I'm gonna need an egg sandwich and a Coke. And I was like, this high ain't coming down. We gonna keep running this. Oh, it was crazy. Maybe don't smoke a lot of weed when you're hanging out with your kids because it's hard to wig out in front of them and stuff. It's just weird. It's weird. It's weird. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, before I get off here, I just want to ask y'all a question. Because we're in Kentucky. We're kind of deep. Are we deep in Kentucky? Yeah, we're like an hour from the Ohio. That's deep. We're in deep. How many people here accept or agree with gay marriage? Thank you. Thank you. Finally, someone can say, I'm not ashamed. I don't support it at all, and probably for the same reason as you, ma'am. Their weddings are freaking amazing. How can I compete with that, right? Okay? I mean, 2 of my best friends, they got married. We went to their wedding. When you walked in, they had this like arch of flowers, like all kinds of exotic stuff. You know what we had at my wedding? We had a damn balloon arch at the BMW. Didn't really have the same zing to it, okay? At their wedding, the grooms, they were wearing these like matching Armani tuxedos. It's very GQ, very nice. At my wedding, my husband forgot to wear socks. And we did lose our deposit on them damn Sam Meyer rental shoes because he stuck them up dancing all night, okay? At their wedding, they had a Mariah Carey impersonator come in. I think it was a dude, but it looked like Mariah Carey, which Mariah Carey does kind of look like a dude. Let's just be honest. It's no big deal. We can all say it. She's not here. She's not going to know about it. But anyways, she was spot on. You know what we had at my wedding? We had my husband's cousin, Tyrone. And he just wanted to fuck all the white women. You know what I'm saying? It was a hot mess. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Adrienne Thompson. I appreciate y'all listening to me tonight. Y'all been awesome. Keep it going. From Miss Dee Dee Ray